Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Manojavam Maruthatulya Vegam Jitendriyam buddhimatam varishtam Vatatmajam vanarayuta mukhyam Sri Ramadutam sirasadamami Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kridau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Om Namah Pranavartaya Shuddha Jnanaikamuttaye Nirmalaya Prashandaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Satchitanandarupaya Vishwotpattyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Nilambujasyamala Komalangam Sita Samaropita Vama Bhagam Panau Mahasayaka Charu Chapam Namami Ramam Raghuvamsanatham Janmatyasya yadonvayadhidaradacharteshu vidnya swarat tene brahma hridaya adigavaye mukhyandi yatsuraya tejo varimridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha tamna svena sada nirastakukakam Satyam Param Dhimahi Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dhirayet. We are in the third canto, chapter 10. That is where we stopped last time. So, Vidurji is asking, Vidurji said, Antarhyate Bhagavati Brahma Loka Pitamaha Praja Sasarja Katita Daihigir Manasir Vibhu Yechame Bhagavan Prashtad Tvayartha Bhakuvittama Tanvadaswanupur Purve Vushnena Chindina Sarva Samshayad Purvena. What did Brahmaji do after Lord disappeared from his vision? How many type of beings did he bring forth from his body and mind? Kindly remove this doubt. Now, Maitreya Vacha Virinchopi Tatha Sakre Divyam Varshasatam Tapaha Atmanyatmanamaveshya Yadaha Bhagavan Ajaha. Viranchi means Vivitha Rachana or Viparita Rachana. Both can be taken. Opposite, like the Viparita Rachana means like coil is black, but her voice is so beautiful. It's called Viparita Rachana. Great, white but hypocrite, you see. So these are the Viparita Rachana also you can interpret or Vivitham Rachana, Viranji. So Brahmaji. Tata Chakre Divyam Varshasadam Tapaha. So Brahma concentrated his mind on the Supreme Being for 100 divine years. Then what it did, so he saw that his seat was on the lotus, and that lotus was shaking too much in the wind. So what Brahmaji did was, he ate up the wind and the water. Then, then he saw that his lotus seat as filling the whole sky. And he recognized he could create out of himself the whole creation. Now, what are the creation? So I will tell you briefly instead of reading. So first he created Mahat. Mahat means Prakriti, Moola Prakriti. Mahat Tattva, the total principle of creation. Second is Ahankara, the I sense, with the 3 gunas. Then he created Tanmatras. Tanmatra means Apanchegata Panchakrata Panchegata Pancha Bhutani. Without undergoing, before undergoing the Panchikaranam, what was there is called Tanmatras. So the subtle aspect of the 5 elements. Then comes Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas, the 4th creation. Then 5th one is mind and the presiding deity of senses. If Tattva-bodha, if you read, you get all those details. So, like each sense has got a presiding deity, like eyes are connected to the Surya Devata, mind, Manaso Devata, Chandrama, Buddhir Devata, Brahmaji. Then hands are connected to Indra Devata. Like this, each limb there is a presiding deity. So this is called presiding deity of senses that was created. Then 6th, avidya or ignorance. Now these are called prakritika sarga. Afterwards, vaikrita sarga is there. The 7th one, 6 type of unmoving beings were created, like plant, creepers, vegetable, bamboos. Creepers without support, trees or flowers and fruits. These are all unmoving beings, sthavara items. Then comes the 8th one is time, past, present and future. Present become past and future. Kala Pravaha. In Paramatma, there is no time. Then that species of devatas, superhuman being, they are devas, pitras, asuras, gandharvas, apsaras, bhutas, pretas, pishajas, siddhas, yakshas, rakshasas, charanas, vidyadharas, kinnaras. These are the other creation. So beginning of every cycle means that time aspect he will tell you now. Now in the next chapter is the development of time. This is very interesting topic. People who have studied science, they can appreciate it. So he described charama sat visheshayanam aneko asamyudaha sada paramanu savitneyaha nranam aikyapramo yataha. An indivisible particle which cannot be further divided, energy particle which cannot be further divided, they are called paramanu. I think now science talks about it. Then the Rishi says that even though the paramanu does not join together, two paramanu cannot join together, but still it looks as though they are together. This is the greatness of creation. So that smallest particle which cannot be further divided stays separately, but we all think that they are together. That's a wonder of wonder. What you see here as solid object, they are made up of paramanu, which cannot be together. Then Bhagavan the Rishi talks about, Vaita Rishi talks about derivation of. So he says, what is paramanu? The time taken for sun ray to penetrate a lotus petal, that is called paramanu. Now from this, two paramanus are considered one anu. Three anus are called trasrenu. Three trasrenu is 30. 100 thritis, one Veda. 3 Vedas, one leva. 3 levas, one nimisha. 3 nimishas equal to kshana. 5 kshanas is equal to kashta. 15 kashtas is equal to laghu. 15 laghu is equal to 1 nadika. 6 nadikas is equal to yama. 8 yamas are considered 24 hours a day. Now you see, science is divided microseconds, right? But this is microseconds. How many times? By the time it comes to 1 nadika, It has gone through many divisions, and those divisions has got name also given. Then 24 hours, then week, then fortnight, then month, then 6 months, then every 2 months there is a season. 6 months make one solstice of the sun. There are two such solstices, one dark and other bright. Dachinayanam, Uttarayanam. 12 months constitute 1 year for human being. And 100 such years have been considered as the lifetime of a human being. Now, Lord, in the form of sun, blesses the world. So, Samvatsara, Parivatsara, Idavatsara, Anuvatsara, Vatsara, the name of several period of time covered by 1 year. Now, Vidura asked this question, you have spoken to me, Pitradeva Manushyanam Ayu Paramidam Smradam Paresham Gadima Chaksha Yesukalpad Behirvidaha Bhagavan Vedakalasya Gadim Bhagavato Nanu Vishwam Vijakshate Dhira Yogasratvena Chakshusha. Vidura said, you have spoken to me about the lifespan of men, Pitras and Devas. They are all included in the universe. Tell me also those highly evolved souls who are beyond the universe of the three worlds. Now Maitreya says, Kritam Treta Dwaparam Cha Kalischeti Chaturyugam Dirve Dvadashabhirvarshai Savadhanam Nirupitam. Krita Yuga or Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga. These are the 4 yugas. Now, the duration of the yuga is also given. So, it is said that the 4,380,000 human beings, 4,000,000, 4.3, roughly 4,380 is the total of Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Kali Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is supposed to be 480,000, 4,80,000. Then Dwapara Yuga was 8 lakh. Then Treta Yuga, 12 lakh. Then our Satya Yuga is 1.6 million. So 8 lakh, 12, and then 16. So this is how it is divided. You want to have correct, the 17 lakh 28,000 is Satya Yuga, 12 lakh 96,000 is Treta Yuga, 8 lakh 64,000 is Dwapara Yuga, 4 lakh 82,000 is the Kali Yuga. So Kali Yuga, we are only Prathama Pada, 5,000 years plus. So it is still a long way to go. So total is called 4.3 million years. The scientists also calculated what is that? The Big Bang theory. They say it is 4.3 million years ago. Our Bhagavad also talks about the same amount. When Bhagavatam says it is superstition, when scientists say this is very scientific. That is the difference. Then in the Satya Yuga, men observe dharma. And its 4 divisions are there. We saw that in the first canto. This Parikshit faced dharma in the form of a bull. He had only 1 leg. All of the 3 legs were cut off, right? So that is what he said in the Satya Yuga. All 4 legs were there. And as the forces of evil advance in the succeeding ages, dharma loses its legs one by one. Now, Brahmaji's time is calculated. See, Mahayuga is got all 4 yugas put together. All 4 yugas put together is 4.3 million years. Like that, 1,000 Mahayuga is Brahmaji's 12 hours waking. And another 4.3 multiplied by 1,000 is his sleeping time, night time. So that is his 1 day. Like this, 365 days, and he lives 100 years. During this 4.3 multiplied by 1,000 day time of Brahmaji, 14 Manu come and go. Manu is the one who establishes dharma, dharmastapaka. Each Manvantara, this Manvantara will come later, and that time we can explain to you more detail. Each Manvantara means Manu's time. So the Saptarshi changes, Indra changes. It is something like a president come, he changes the cabinet. The same way here also, one Manu come, he changes the Saptarshis, and the Indra also changes, and one avatara take place at that time to establish dharma. So thus Brahmaji lives 100 years. 100 divine years, okay. Now, finally, it says, it's very interesting. Dashottarādikyaitra, the last one. Pravishta Paramanuvade Lakshadendargadachane Kodisho Yandarajasa Tadahoraksharam Brahma Sarvakaranakaranam Vishnordhama Param Sakshat Purushasya Mahatmanaha. All this is only like a small particle on Sri Hari. In him there are countless other worlds like this, all of which together even is like a few atomic particles for him. So that's why Bhagavan is called Akhilanda Kodi Brahmanda Nayaka. So that is why Bhagavan is Akshara Brahma, the cause of all causes, and the supreme state of Vishnu, highest of all beings. Now, after that, Maitreya Rishi said, Iti te varnita kshattaha kalakya paramatmanaha mahima veda garbhodha yadasrakshini bodhame. O Vidura, I have now described to you the Lord's power called time. Now here, how Brahma proceed with his creation. He created at first 5 modifications. Rasarjagrendadamitra athatamisramadhikrita mahamoham cha tamascha jnanavrittaya. He created as first 5 modifications of ignorance. The ignorance we said, after that ignorance also 5 modifications are there. What are they? Tamas. Tamas means not having knowledge of one's own nature. Then moha, the association of the sense of I with the body. Third, mahamoha, keen desire for enjoyment. Tamishra, anger at the obstruction of enjoyment. Anthatamishra, feeling of total loss of oneself in the loss of object enjoyed. After creating this 5 aspects of ignorance, Brahmaji felt dissatisfied. Drishtva papiyasim srishtim natmanam bahvamanyata bhagavathyana putena manasanyam tato srijate. Brahma felt dissatisfied with himself, having brought into existence these sinful creations. Then, next one, what he did was, Sanakam ja sanandanja sanadanamadhatmabhu sarat kumaram cha muni nishkriyanurdhvaretasa. Then he brought about the Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana and Sanat Kumara. They were contemplative nature and they were in the Navritti Margis, sannyasis. They sat 4 corners and meditated on Paramatma. But then Brahmaji said, Tan babashe subho putran prajas yataputraka tannechan mokshadharmano vasudeva parayana. He then asked these boys, 4 boys whose children generate more and more offspring. But being devoted to the spiritual discipline and established in total surrender to Vasudeva, they were not interested in doing so. The first refusal of children to father. It started from there, so edam parampara praptam. It is continuing even now. Somadhyada suderevam pratyakhyadani shasanehi krodham durvishayam jadam diyantu upachakrame. Brahma felt insulted by the obedience of his own children and tried to control his unbearable anger. But then, though he tried to control it, it came bursting out from the middle of Brahma's brows as a boy. That anger became a boy. with a mixed complexion of blue and red. And what happened? Taya nigrihyamanopi Bruvor Madhyat Prajapate Sadhyo Jayata Tan Manyuhu Kumaro Nilalohita Savai Ruroda Devanam Purvajo Bhagavan Bhavaha Namani Kurume Tataha Snanani Jagat Kuro. This was Bhagavan Rudra, the first among the deities to be born. He cried out, O Father of the world, give me name and places of residence. And listening to the cry of the child, Brahmaji said, don't cry, don't cry. Arudha. That is how he got the name Rudra. Then he said, I have assigned to you, even before asking, 11 places as your seat. Heart, senses, prana, the 5 elements, the sun, the moon, and tapas. Then he said, Rudra, you will have names. Manu, Mahinasha, Mahan, Shiva, Ritatvaja, Ugraretas, Bhava, Shiva, Akala, Vamadeva, Dridhavrataha. And he gave wives also, Dhi, Vritti, Ushada, Uma, Niyut, Sarpi, Ila, Ambika, Airavati, Sudha, Diksha. Accept this name, these seeds, and these wives, and go on multiplying, issue, and be a progenitor without parallel. Then what happened? The creation of Rudra soon became so numerous and their aggressiveness became so threatening that Brahma became very much concerned. So he created Rudraganas, different creatures which are ferocious in nature. So when Brahmaji saw that, he didn't like the creation, so he said, stop. So it is something like, this car manufacturers, they see something wrong, they will withdraw the whole thing, same way. Brahmaji also then withdraw, enough. You go and do tapas. Don't do any creation. So that is why Bhagavan Shiva became a tapasvi. He is always in meditation. He said, it is by tapas the one quickly attained to the Supreme Being. Now Maitreya said, being thus ordered by Brahma, Rudra said yes, and went round Brahmaji and went away to the woods for tapas. Then what he did next, 21st verse, Adhavidyayata sargam deshaputra prajattire bhavavat shakti yuktasya lokasantana hedavaha. Next, Brahma, energized by the Lord, he was thinking how to multiply this creation. He generated 10 sons capable of this task. These 10 were Marichi, Atri, Angiras, Pulastya, Pulaha, Kratu, Bhrigu, Vasishta, Daksha, and the 10th Narada. Of this, Narada was born from his lap, Daksha from the thumb, Vasishta from his prana, Bhrigu from the skin, Kratu from the eyes, and Marichi from the mind. From his right breast was born Rishi Dharma, whose offspring was to be Naranarayana. From his back came Adharma, which is the seat of death, the terror of the world. From the heart, from the lower lips, greed. From the mouth, speech, walk. From the urinary system, Metram, ocean. And from the anus, the evil spirit, Nirarti. From his shadow was born the powerful Kardama Prajapati, the husband of Devahuti. In this way, everything was created from the body and the mind of Brahma. Now comes a very contradictory, very problematic situation. What is that? Maitrashi says, 28th verse, Vacham duhitaram tanvim Swayambhur haratim manaha akamam chakamekshatta sakama idina shrutam tamadharme kritamatim vilokya pitaram sutta marichi mukhya muneyoho visrambat pratyabodayan. Maitrishi says, I have heard that Brahma was stricken with passion for his own daughter, Vak of great beauty, Saraswati, Vak means Saraswati, who herself had no such reciprocal feeling towards him. Then his sons Marichi and others, seeing their father's unethical intention, they started saying, What are you doing? This is not correct. They questioned their father. Though you are all powerful, you are out of uncontrolled passion, doing something unprecedented and unworthy. Thinking of making your wife your own daughter. Even though you have extraordinary power, but this does not becoming of you. You have to set an example to the world. Whatever you do, world will follow. Facing his sons, the Prajapati is in front. Brahma got ashamed. And what he did was he abandoned that body. The quarters took up that discarded body of Brahma. And wise men say that it is this that appears as mist covering all the quarters. After this, Brahmaji will feel what was there in the total mind. All the tendencies will manifest. Such thought comes even to good people also. So this is Brahmaji means what? Total mind. Then after this incident, Brahma continued to think that he would now create beings. From the four faces of Brahma came four Vedas. The ritual known as Chaturhotra, performed by four sacrificial priests. The yajnas with all their elaborate details, the subsidiary Vedas, logic and dharma with its four supports, all came into existence. At this point, Vidura is asking, Savaihi Vishwasujamisho Vedadin Mukato Srijate Yat Yena Srijat Devat Tanme Pruhita Bodhana. You said that Brahma, the Lord of all Prajapatis, brought out all the Vedas and other things from his faces. Please tell what things he produced from which face. Now, Maitreya says, Rik Yajussama Atharvakyan Vedan Purvadipir Mukaihi Shastramicham Stutistomam Prayachittam Vyadat Kramat. With his four faces oriented to the east, south, west, and north, he gave out the four Vedas. Rig Veda came from the east facing, Yajurveda south, Samaveda west, and Atharva Veda north, respectively. As well as the four functions of the sacrificial priest, Shastra, Ijya, Stutistoma, and Praychitta, respectively. So whenever a person does some sin, there are Praychitta karmas to atone the sin. That also came from Brahmaji. He also Ayurvedam, Dhanurvedam, Gandharvam Vedamatmanaham, Tapatyam cha Srijat Vedam, Kramat Purvadibirmukaihi. He also created from his eastward looking and other faces Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, music and architecture. Then also he created Itihasas and Puranas, consisting the fifth Veda with all his faces. It was already there, and Vedavyasa collected and put it in a book form. That's what Vedavyasa did. So don't say Itihasas and Puranas, Vedavyasa's creation. He created the Vedic yajnas, created the yajnas known as Shodashi and Ukta, those names of Purushi and Agnishtoma, and those as Aptoryama and Atiratra, and those known as Goshava and Vajapeya, north-facing face, the four part of Dharma, charity, austerity, purity, and truth. Brahmacharya or Savitra, 3 days of observance of after initiation in Gayatri. Brahmacharya is of the following kinds. Savitra, or the 3 days observance of it after initiation in Gayatri. Then second is Prajapatyam, 1 year's observance of it. Third, Brahma, or observance of it till the end of the study of the Vedas. Fourth is called Brihat, or that for the whole life. The way of livelihood for the householder are also of four kinds. First, Varta, or agriculture or industries conducted on righteous lines. Second, Sanchayana, or officiating at sacrifice. Shalina, or livelihood not involving begging. Sinoncha, or collection of grain fallen in field after harvest. Then the Vanaprasthas are also of four kinds. Vaikhanasas, or those who live on what they get without themselves undertaking agriculture work. Balakilyas, or those who abandon the old when something new is got, who do not accumulate. Udumbaras, or those who live on the fruits they get from the first direction in which they walk in the morning. Phenapas, or those who live on whatever fruit they get. The sannyasis also are of four kinds. The first one is Kutichaka. Kutichaka, or one who lives in a place and follow the rule of life and discipline laid down for them. Number two, Bhahoda is one who lays importance mainly on knowledge as against rites and observances. Three, Hamsa is one who is established in the practice of jnana. Hamsa. Fourth one is called Nishkriya, or one who has realized the Atman. The four types of knowledge relating to moksha: dharma, kama, artha. So, dharmartha, kama, moksha. Also, vyahridis, bhu, bhuva, swaha, mahaha, came out of Brahma's eastward face. The pranava, Om, came from the space in his heart. From Brahma's hair, the Vedic meters, Ushnik, arose. From his skin, the meter Gayatri. From his flesh, meter Trishtup. From his Nayu, the meter Anushtup. And from his bone, the meter Jagati. From his marrow, the Vedic meter Pankti arose. From his prana, the meter Brihati. The letters from Ka to Ma, called Sparsha, arose from his Jiva, and the Swaras beginning with A, A, from his body. The four letters called Ushma, Sa, 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 Ha, Sa, Sha, Sha, and Ha are called the senses of Brahma. The letters called Antasta, Ya, Ra, La, Va are considered to be his strength. The seven musical notes are said to be his movement. For Brahma, who is of the form of Shabda Brahma, which has two aspects as Vaikari and Pranava, the Supreme Being shine as he is in himself, is also the various deities. Then he saw that the creation he expected from the rishis, they are not progressing. Then what he did was he meditated upon Bhagavan and divided his body into two. Body got divided into two parts. The body is called Kaya, became Ka means Brahma, and that which belongs to him is called Kaya. The two parts into which his body was divided became a man and a woman. Of these, the man was Swayambhu Manu, who had knowledge inborn in him. The woman was his wife, Shatarupa. From that time onwards, the increase of created being was by the mating of the male and the female. Swayambhu Manu himself begot 5 children in his wife Shatarupa. The children were 2 males named Priyavrata and Uttanapada, and 3 girls named Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti. Of them, Akuti was married to Prajapati named Ruchi. Devahuti, Kardama Prajapati, and Prasuti to Daksha Prajapati. In days to come, the world was to be filled with their issue. So we are all part of that. Okay. So Krishna also there are Tattvanusara Sisti and Karmanusara Sisti. Sri Shuka Vacha Nishamya Vacham Vadato Mune Punyatamam Nrpa Bhuya Papracha Kauravyo Vasudeva Katha Tritaha. O King, Vidura, after hearing Maitreya's description of the sporty action of the Lord, was eager to hear more and so questioned the sage. Vidurji Vacha Savai Swayam Bhuvasamrat Priyaputra Swayam Bhuvaham Pradilabhya Priyam Patnim Kim Chakara Tato Mune Charitam Tasya Rajashe Adhirajasya Sattama Prohime Sattadanaya Vishwaksena Shayokhyasau Shudasya Pumsam Sujirasramasya Nanvanjasa Suribiriditortha Yat Gunanushravanam Mukunda Padaravindam Hridayeshu Yesham. The 4th verse means, so Vidurji asked, what did Swayambhu Manu do after getting Chadarupa as his wife? So to that, the fruit of spiritual discipline practiced for long consists of hearing about the doing of the great devotees of the Lord who have his feet always in their heart. That is Vidurji's statement. So even to listen to Bhagavad Katha itself is many lives Punyapala. So you're all Punyatmas, you are listening to Bhagavad Katha. The answer to this, Maitreyi says, Yada Swayam Swabharyaya Sakam Jada Swayam Bhuvo Manu Pranjalit Pranadaschedam Veda Garbham Abhashata Tumega Sarvabhutanam Janmakrit Vrtida Pida Athabina Prajanam Te Sushrusha Kenava Bhaved Tat Viddehi Damastubhyam Karma Svityatmasha Shaktisho Yat Kritveha Yasho Vishwak Amutracha Bhaved Gatihi. When Swayambhu Manu was united with his wife Chatarupa, he bowed down before Brahma and said, being the generator and nourisher of all being, you alone are their father. Yet with the limited capacity at our disposal, in what way could your children serve you? By serving you, we shall attain jnana in the world and gain higher evolution in this next. Brahmaji said, Priyadastupyamaham tata swastisya tvam chidishwara yennirvelu velikena hrida shadimetyatmanarpitam etavatyatmajairvira karyam hyapachitis guru shakya pramatte griheta sadaram gadamastare Gadamastare Vatsarehi. Gata Vatsarehi. I am pleased with you. May you be happy, because unlike Sarat Kumaras, Swayambhu Manu agreed, so he was very happy. Now, he said, the behest of parents should be accepted and fulfilled by children, free from jealousy and indifference. And according to their capacity, this is how children should honor their parents. This we have to teach our Balavihar children, this verse. 10th verse. Then he said, beget in her Satarupa children equal to you in all respect. Protect the earth according to the sacred law and worship the Lord by the performance of yajnas. Then Swayambhu Manu said, Adeshe ham bhagavato varteyami vasudara sthanam tivanujanihi prajanam avaja prabho yadogas sarvasattvanam mahimagnam hambasi asya uddharane yatnaha devadevya vidhiyatam. Swayambhu said, I shall certainly fulfill your command, but allot me a place to occupy. So stationed where I can do that. The earth, which is the residence of all creatures, is now lying submerged in the waters of the cosmic deluge. O Lord, first let us see her uplifted. Now, afterwards comes the Varahavatara story. As Brahmaji was thinking, I created earth, but I don't know where it has gone. As he was thinking, from his nostril came a mini boar of the size of a thumb. Then Brahmaji was thinking, who could be this divine being that stands before us in the guise of a boar? It is a joke that it came out of my nostrils. Then it was the size of a thumb. Then it increased its size and became so huge. And he was thinking, it cannot be but Lord himself has taken this form. So Bhagavan took the form of Sukara. Sukara means Susu Karoti iti Sukaraha. Susu, you keep on looking at the earth and say Susu, Susu. That's why it's called Sukara. Now, with the tail uplifted, moving in the air, hard as rock with trembling manes, having skin with rigid and sharp bristles, shattering the clouds with his hoofs, with white and sparkling tusks, and with the brilliant eyes, the Lord shone there in his role of the uplifter of the earth. Then he took a plunge into the ocean. That Yajna embodied one dived into that water, and the depth of that water is in Rasatala. He came across the earth, Bhu. while the Lord stood there in his glory, lifting up the earth on his tusk from Rasatala, he was confronted by Hiranyaksha of irresistible power, armed with a mace in hand. Fierce like his own Sudarshana, the Lord slaughtered the Asura effortlessly. With hands held in salutation, then he placed the earth properly. And Brahmaji, seeing this miracle, chant hymns in praise of him. And the rishis also praise, singing his praise. And the boar shaking off the water in all direction. So they compare the boar to sacrificial fire. Karana Surakaha, Shayauju. Now comes the question. Vidurji is going to ask more details. This is the story in brief, okay? Now Vidurji is asking, no, please tell me the whole story. Who is this Hiranyaksha? And who is Hiranyakashipu? All their origin also comes. Then how the fight was, the detailed fight is also there. We will see that in our next class, okay? Karana Sukara. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
Swamiji,